guys, how's it going? It is Camp Nanowrimo Day 2. This is the April 2015 edition. How's it going? Haven't seen you guys for a long time. I haven't really been writing or vlogging much lately, but I am definitely buckling down and doing some work this month. My goal for Camp Nanowrimo is to rewrite 30,000 words on my 2012 NaNoWriMo novel, The Sun Went Red. That was a mouthful. So I am not doing anything spectacular. 30,000 words is just kind of, meh, but it at least gets me to work on my novel a little bit each day, and I think that actually 1,000 words of new material or rewritten scenes is pretty challenging for somebody that doesn't know what they're doing like me. This is my first novel. I've never edited a novel before, and it seems like such a huge task because my work in progress is about 150,000 words plus, and there's just a lot of scenes, a lot of characters, a lot of background story that hasn't really made it to the official plot yet, and there's a lot of plot holes and questions that I have yet to answer. So that's one of the major things that I want to get done during this month of Camp NaNoWriMo, is to answer those big questions that I still have from day one. Basically, writing this story is, who actually loves who in my love triangle. Sounds kind of cliche, but you'll get it when you read it, don't worry about it. Does this character die, and if they do, how so, and are they just going to be disfigured for the rest of their lives? Like, is that realistic? Blah blah blah. And who murders who, and like, you might be thinking to yourself, geez, you should have these things worked out, but no, I really don't. I have big plot bunnies, and I still have not sat down and just thought about things and made a decision. Really, I think that's the thing, is if I make a decision and go one way with, go down one path with, this person murdered this person, that seems like such, a set in stone kind of thing. It's just, it blocks off all of the other possibilities. So things are pretty open right now, and yeah. So anyways, that was kind of confusing, but yeah, so I want to answer those major story questions and rewrite 30,000 words on my novel, which is better than not touching it at all for like a year, which is what I've been previously doing. So yeah, those are my goals. And also to keep up with my cabin. Sometimes I forget to talk to you guys on there because I'm more around on Twitter, but I will definitely check those messages daily and say hi to you guys. Yeah, you can always reach me on Twitter, or you can add me as a friend on the Camp NaNoWriMo or NaNoWriMo site. I'll have those links below in the description bar. So what I've been working on yesterday and today is this basically Victorian church fight scene. It's pretty ridiculous, but I know how things begin and I know how things end up, sort of, but I don't know the actual mechanics of like who punches who goes down, what's this person doing behind the scenes, and then they crop up and all this happens. There's so much drama and a lot of characters involved in it that it's complicated. It actually, like, I need to just sit down and think about, like, piecing it out second by second, kind of like when you're playing D&D and each person gets 6 seconds for their turn. What is each person doing at any given moment, and how can I blend that into a seamless scene? It just all seems really clunky right now. So basically I'll kind of describe the scene for you. My main character, Adley, and her new friend, it's like a 10-year-old boy named Stout, they decide to go to this church in Old Bailey because the sun went red and everybody's kind of freaking out. They don't know, they think like it's the apocalypse and the world is ending, and they're all really uneducated in this town, and so they kind of go to the religious figure to seek answers. Not that that's something, I'm not trying to bash religion, I'm just saying that that's what happens in this town, is that they try to seek answers at the church. That sounded really bad. I wasn't trying to be mean to Christians or anything. Anyways, so they end up there and there's just like this angry mob and they're all just freaking out, and this creepy pastor guy, his name is Father Creel, he gets up there and he's talking about blood and flesh and sacrifice, and we need to like rid the world of all of the sin, and basically God is punishing us and this is a sign that we're all gonna die, and crazy stuff. So they bring in this newborn calf that's like a conjoined twin at the head, and it was born that morning and it's red and it's still bloody and gross, and they bring it in like, okay, well, we're gonna sacrifice this, and it's still alive somehow, and they try putting it on the altar, but the little boy Stout is really against that. I don't know if he's a vegetarian or whatever, but he's just feels really sympathetic, so he runs up the aisle and, you know, says, no, I don't want this to happen, and the pastor grabs Stout and like puts a knife to his throat and is like, we'll just sacrifice you instead. And then Adley's like, oh shit, and she runs up there and she's like, no, you're not. And she grapples with Father Creel, pushes him to the ground, and he knocks into a candelabra and his robes go up in flames. And so he's like melting, and Adley feels really bad because she just wanted to like get the knife away from him, not to like do him any harm. And other people get involved, and there's lots of punching and things on fire, and it's just craziness. And the Father Creel on the ground is screaming like things about melting blood and things being reborn, and eventually like Stout gets his arm ripped off, and then Adley is just like clutching his bloody stump, and it's insane, right? It's just craziness. And basically Adley just met him that day, and now he's disfigured, and he has to be taken away from her because she just killed someone, and now she has to go on the run with this stranger guy that she just met and doesn't know anything about. But he, okay, I don't want to ruin anything more than I already have, but need to take a breath. Anyways, so that's a crazy fight scene, and I'm trying to work out what actually all happens and how it all ends up. And right now it's kind of in the language that I just said. It's not an actual like pretty prose, so I need to clean that up as well. And yeah, that's what I've been working on, and probably will polish up in a couple days and then move on to another scene when I get tired of it, and just hop around to different scenes that I think need the most work, or I need to figure out those questions like I said. And my legs are falling asleep because I'm sitting on my washer and dryer to film this right now, because that was the best lighting in my house, which isn't that great. So anyways, I think I'll end this right now, and I will talk to you guys later. Hasta la pasta!